Hello and welcome to Total Health with Dr. Nick, where if you're new to my channel, my purpose is very simple, and that is to inspire, empower, and motivate you to live longer, healthier, and more abundant lives. And today's video is a great one because I get this question a lot, and that is, can the keto diet help with the coronavirus? As you know, the coronavirus is spreading all over the world right now, and people want answers. They want to know what they could do proactively. Well, you could also check out some previous videos I did on how to bulletproof your immune system, but also the benefits of using zinc to stop the replication of the coronavirus. So check those two videos out. But this one's really all about keto versus corona. Now, it's not a prize fight. We're not duking it out here, although you may find the keto diet is really beneficial for corona. Now, I will tell you straight up, okay? All transparency here. There's no research information out there that links the keto diet and corona as to whether it's beneficial for it. But we could do two things. Number one, we can look at the risk factors for coronavirus, and if we can mitigate those, we've got a great chance of beating it. Number two, let's look at the scientific evidence that's out there as far as proof as to what conditions the ketogenic diet can help with. And if we can put those two together and start to make correlations between the two, I think we can come up with some really good ideas on how to beat this, or at least how to minimize it. And guys, if you like what we're talking about today, make sure you like, you share, you comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click that little bell notification so that you get notified anytime I do a video so you don't miss a single one of them. And guys, if you're looking for more information about the keto diet, and if it's beneficial to you, whether you've got different health concerns or you're just looking to get into great shape, check the link down below and you can check out my keto course, see if it's a fit for you. So with that said, let's go ahead and start with, can the keto diet help with the coronavirus? Well, the first thing I want to talk about is the report that comes out from the CDC on a weekly basis about morbidity and mortality. And this came out on March 31st. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is really telling as far as what are the risk factors for mainly the most people that are getting COVID-19 and having the most serious issues. 78% of the ICU patients with the coronavirus, COVID-19, have at least one of these underlying problems, and sometimes people have anywhere up to 3. So these are key. Number one, topping the list at 32% is diabetes. Guys, I don't think you realize just how impactful diabetes is. And the scary thing is it's affecting about 1/3 of our population. Cardiovascular disease comes in number 2 at 29%. Chronic lung disease, which makes a lot of sense, of course, because the COVID-19 virus affects the lungs mainly. It is an acute respiratory syndrome. So what it tends to do is cause a filling up in the lung area between the alveoli, which are the sacs, right at the end of your bronchial tubes. That's where the air gets exchanged between your alveoli, which basically look like sacks of grapes, and your capillary bed. So your capillaries run right under there, and that's where the oxygen comes into the blood to go to the cells, and the CO2 comes out to be breathed out. So of course, chronic lung disease is a major factor. Long-term kidney disease at 12%, and weakened immune system comes in at 9%. Now, I've seen a lot of reports and I've seen a lot of video on this one doctor, Dr. Stephen Smith. And Dr. Smith is working with a lot of the COVID-19 patients now. And what he's finding is this: of the 72 patients he's worked with, 21 were pre-diabetic, or 29% of them. 34 were diabetic, or 47.2%. So 55 patients, totaling 76% of his patients, were diabetic. So diabetes seems to be one of the leading risk factors when it comes to dealing with COVID-19. Not only that, this is a very telling number right here, and that is your body mass index, your BMI. BMI's under 25 is really where you want it to be. If you start to go over 25 in your BMI, you're starting to be labeled as overweight. If you get over 30, you're now obese. So what they're finding is, or what Dr. Smith has found, is that average patient BMI of his very ill patients is 30.7. So they are definitely into the obese range. So that's significant too, because when you look at how the ketogenic diet can benefit, we'll start to look at how it affects all these different risk factors. So there's many benefits of the ketogenic diet, more than I'm going to even get into, but I want to talk about the ones specifically today that deal with the risk factors that comes with having COVID-19 or the coronavirus. Well, number one is it reduces inflammation. One of the big factors that doctors see when it comes to dealing with the coronavirus is the body has excessive inflammation. So you want to be able to bring that inflammation down. So one of the things that the most standard American diets, and you hear me talk about this all the time if you've watched any of my videos, is that in the standard American diet, it's so overly rich with carbohydrates, especially your refined carbohydrates, that it creates a ton, a buku amount of inflammation in your body. So by using the ketogenic diet, it's very anti-inflammatory because of the high quality fats that are involved and the lowering of your grains and your refined carbohydrates. Next, it stabilizes blood sugar levels. That's going to be a key factor when it comes to fighting diabetes. And with diabetes being one of the big risk factors, that's going to be huge. If you can stabilize your blood sugar, because understand this, every single time you eat a carb, whether that be grains, pasta, rice, cereal, cake, cookies, muffins, whatever that carb is, it is going to elevate your blood sugar. When you elevate your blood sugar, you're going to start to secrete a lot of insulin. So your blood sugar is going to start to get elevated, but hopefully with the insulin will start to bring it down. But with too many carbs, your blood sugar levels are all over the place. That's not even counting if you're insulin resistant, which we're talking about right here. Improves insulin sensitivity. So the ketogenic diet is great at improving insulin sensitivity. Why? Because when you're constantly taking in carbohydrates, like most people do in the standard American diet, or what I refer to, like I said, as the SAD diet, you're taking in so many carbs that your blood sugar is chronically elevated. When it's chronically elevated, your body stops hearing insulin. All of a sudden, insulin can be right outside your cell, which its purpose is to try to get that blood sugar into your cells so it can be burned. Instead, your body becomes desensitized to the sugar, and we call that insulin resistance. So if your body becomes insulin resistant, your chance of diabetes skyrockets. And that, like I said, is one of the big risk factors when it comes to the coronavirus. Diabetes itself. If you could start getting off of the refined carbs and carbs in general, even your healthy carbs, you start to reduce your chances for diabetes, because diabetes occurs when your blood sugar levels are too high. Either it's caused by insulin sensitivity or insulin resistance or lack of insulin sensitivity. But either way, too many carbs in your diet eventually causes your body to become to a point where it cannot process the carbs as much anymore, and they either get stored as fat or your blood sugar stays chronically elevated. So working with getting diabetes down is huge, and as we saw, it's the #1 risk factor when it comes to dealing with the coronavirus. Next, cardiovascular health. The benefits of healthy fats for cardiovascular health cannot be overstated. I will tell you this, a lot of you are afraid to eat fats because you're afraid it's going to cause heart disease. Well, that is not the truth at all. You need to get that right out of your mind. That is a myth. Two fats in particular, stearic acid and palmitic acid, are fantastic for heart health. In fact, it is your heart's preferred fuel. That's what your heart likes to run on. Not only that, it improves kidney function. When you look at the risk factors for kidney, it looks just like diabetes. #1 risk factor for kidney disease is diabetes. Increased blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, obesity. All 4 of those factors are the biggest risk factors, not to mention smoking and just being over the age of 60. But those, one you can control, the smoking of course, but the over 60 you can't control that. But the other 4 you can. So remember, I talked about in the beginning that kidney disease was 12% of the equation. So if you can control those 4 factors, you're also improving your odds of never getting or having issues with the coronavirus. Improve lung function. Guys, it's a fact that your body needs fatty acids to cause a thin layer of fat called surfactant around your lungs. That helps to keep your lungs nice and smooth and functioning properly. But you have to have healthy quality fats to have that. Antifungal and antibacterial. That's another huge one that the ketogenic diet can help with. Lauric acid and capric acid, 2 fats present in coconut oil, are fantastic antifungal and antibacterial agents. So if you're dealing with any kind of viral or bacterial infection, lauric and capric acid can greatly help with that. So guys, it becomes very obvious that even though there's no research connecting the ketogenic diet to the coronavirus as far as how it can benefit, you start to see the benefits right here. Just by looking at what the ketogenic diet has been proven to be able to help, and you start to put the 2 together, and next thing you know, you got a great recipe for improving your diet and reducing your chances of ever getting the coronavirus, or if you do, beating it. So guys, I hope you love the information. Like I said, if you like this information, check out these other videos. I'm going to post some over here on how to bulletproof your immune system, and also too, how zinc can help you with the coronavirus. Well guys, I love and appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a blessed day. This is Dr. Nick. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.